They say you can tell a lot about a man by meeting his mother. What no one warns you about, is what happens when you fall for her instead. David and I had only been dating for 3 months. He was intense, attentive, charming, a little too fast with the big gestures. But when he invited me to his cousin's wedding, I said yes. Maybe I wasn't ready to meet the whole family, but I wanted to try. What I didn't know was that one introduction would unravel everything. As I pulled up to the venue, nerves twisted inside me. David greeted me with a warm smile. "Anna, you made it," he said, taking my hand. "You okay?" "I'm fine," I lied, my voice too soft to believe. The party was buzzing, crowded, colorful, chaotic. David leaned in. "I want you to meet the most important person in my life." He turned, and there she was. Catherine. She was stunning, elegant, composed, radiating confidence. But it wasn't her beauty that stopped me in my tracks. It was her eyes. The way they held mine. Unblinking. Intimate. "David's told me all about you," she said, her voice low and knowing. "I feel like we've already met." Her gaze lingered just a second too long. It wasn't the look of a mother meeting her son's girlfriend. It was something else. Something that made my pulse stumble. During the reception, David slipped away to help with a surprise for the newlyweds. "I'll be gone 20 minutes, he said. Catherine appeared beside me, as if on cue. "Not a fan of loud parties either?" she asked, her voice velvet smooth. I shook my head. "Never have been." "There's a garden in the back," she said, a small smile tugging at her lips. "I used to escape there at these events." I hesitated. David said he'd be back soon. But my feet were already moving, following her into the quiet. The garden was a hidden sanctuary. Catherine's presence beside me was grounding and disorienting all at once. "He's always been this way," she said softly. "Trying to make everyone feel like they belong." "You two must be very close," I murmured. "Since he was 5. It's always been just the two of us." And suddenly, I felt like I had trespassed into something delicate. But I couldn't stop looking at her. The way the light danced off her hair. The calm in her voice. I was supposed to be getting to know David's family. Instead, I was losing myself in the eyes of the one woman I should never want. Silence stretched between us. Heavy. Magnetic. Without realizing it, we moved closer. Something unspoken passed between us, deeper than a glance, heavier than touch. "This is crazy," I whispered. "What's crazy?" she said, her voice low. "Feeling something real, or pretending it isn't there?" She leaned in. I had every chance to stop her. To remember David. To walk away. But I didn't. Her lips brushed mine, soft, deliberate. And then deeper, like she'd been holding that moment for years. Like we both had. "Mom? Anna?" David's voice shattered everything. He was coming. We pulled apart, breathless. Catherine turned smoothly, gracefully. "You ready for the family photo, Mom?" he asked. "Of course," she said. She glanced at me one last time. "She's surprising," she whispered, barely audible. We walked back together, just as we came. But nothing was the same. Every step I took, I questioned everything. My relationship. My desires. And the woman who just turned my world upside down. I had no idea where this would lead. But I knew one thing. I was already falling.